how would you, in a quick 5 to 10 minute way, let's just keep it to 5 if you can, say that how Christians should think about government? Where in the Bible does it say that we should have separation of powers, consent to the governed? Why is it that Western government is grown out of biblical principles? Make the case.
Yeah, so the default setting for human government is gangs. And a gang leader with enough weapons we call a king. And the first recorded instance of this was Nimrod, Tower of Babel. And Josephus, the Jewish commentator, said Nimrod wanted to build a tower so high that if God destroyed the world again with a flood, he could survive on top. And he made everybody in town bake bricks and bring them, or he would kill them. And since the population of the world was centered there in Mesopotamia, and he wanted to control it, in a sense, Nimrod was the first globalist. And God comes down, confuses the languages, the people scatter into language groups that turn into nations. Lo and behold, nations was God's invention to postpone a one world government. But every generation has some king, pharaoh, Caesar, Kaiser, Sultan, Tsar that wants to conquer other nations. And if left unchecked, they'd have been happy to conquer them all. And they keep getting bigger and bigger with the latest military advancements. The kings can kill more people. So instead of Cain killing Abel with a rock, they can kill with a bronze weapon, an iron weapon, a phalanx spear the Greeks had, scimitar sword that the Muslims had. And with the latest technological advancements, the kings can track more people. Augustus Caesar wanted a worldwide tracking system, 2 BC, called the census. If he could add access to 5G and cell phones and facial recognition software, I bet he'd been tempted to use that. So these kingdoms keep getting bigger until the King of England had the biggest the sun never set on the British Empire. He was a globalist. He was a one world government guy. India, Australia, New Zealand, Hong Kong, British Guyana, Canada, Barbados, Bermuda, Jamaica, and America. So America's founders broke away and flipped it and made the people the king. And so the word citizen is Greek. It means co-king. So kings have subjects who are subjected to their will. Republics have citizens. And the citizen is a co-king. Mm-hmm. And where did the founders get this idea? It's a polarity change. America is an experiment of a polarity change in the flow of power. Instead of top-down rule by gang leader kings, it's bottom-up rule by we, the people. That we got the idea from the New England pastors that in Connecticut, in New Hampshire, in Massachusetts, in Rhode Island. Where did they get their ideas? From the Bible. What part of the Bible? That first 400 years out of Egypt before they got a king. So king is the norm. The Pharaoh was one of the most powerful. And around 1400 BC, millions of Israelites come out of Egypt. And for 4 centuries, no king. And it worked because every citizen was taught the law and personally accountable to God to follow it. And it worked for 4 centuries until the priests went woke and stopped teaching that there was sin. And Eli, the high priest, his own sons are sleeping with women in the tent of meeting, and another Levite with a silver graven image, and another Levite with a concubine, where the law says the Levite's to marry a virgin of his own tribe, and the poor concubine is raped to death by a bunch of sodomites, something about that behavior that appears at the last stages of a people running themselves. And it turns into chaos. They all go to Samuel the prophet, and they say, this self-government system's not working anymore. We want to be like the other countries. We want a king. And Samuel cries, and the Lord tells Samuel, they did not reject you, they rejected me. Now, why is this story important? Kings of Europe look to the Bible for their authority, but they look to the King Saul and on part of the Bible, divine right of kings, I'm the royal gang leader. And the Pilgrims and Puritans that founded New England look to the pre-King Saul part of the Bible. Millions of people, everybody taught the law, personally accountable to God to follow it. So King Saul's the divider between England and America.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.